Hey, look at that, guys. What's going on? It is the Real Grade New Gundam Heavy Weapon System version. This is one that I've had on the shelf for a little while. I know people have been wanting to see this one, so sorry for the wait, but this is going to be a really fun build. Obviously, as you can tell from the box art there, this is going to be a premium Bandai kit, as it's all in monochrome there. But it's just the Real Grade New Gundam, which was awesome. And now with all the new heavy weapon system parts added onto there, and with the RG Hainu on the way coming out next year, we can assume there's probably going to be a HWS version of that one as well too. But for now, let's go ahead and check out the heavy weapon system New Gundam here. So our box art here on the front is going to be in typical Real Grade style. You have like the main Gundam here, and then the close-up of the face over here. And one thing that I'm noticing that I don't really know if I've ever noticed on any other Real Grade box art before is you can see in the background image it's slightly weathered, very slightly, but you got a little bit of weathering on there. Has anyone ever seen that on any other Real Grade boxes before, on like this close-up image in the background? Has it been weathered before like that? That's interesting. But around on the rest of the box there's not really too much else to see here, with it being a premium Bandai one, so let's just go ahead and pop it open. Inside here we've got 8 bags of runners and our instruction manual. So it looks like basically what we've got here is the regular instruction manual for the Real Grade New Gundam, and then also an instruction manual for just the heavy weapon system parts. So it'll be just for the extra parts and how to attach those onto those. But let's go ahead and take a look at the runners here. Oh, and on the back of the new manual section here, there's also the sticker guide for where to place all the marking stickers around on your new heavy weapon system parts for that new as in NEW. For the stickers, you've got this set here, which is going to be the same as with the original New Gundam, so all the same sticker decals for that, including all these really nice bright shiny ones. Then we've got a second sheet, which is going to be the new ones here for the heavy weapon system parts. So you've got all these decals on your second separate decal sheet. Really would have loved if these were water slide decals, but that's what you got. We also got SB13 for some beam saber effect parts here in clear pink. So here's runner A in 4 colors. So we got some clear green up there at the top, some red over here on the side, some clear pink for the specific beam saber effect parts, specifically for the new, and some more frame parts here in gray. Now again, obviously the first few runners of this kit are all going to be just from the original kit, so nothing really new about these quite yet. Runner B is going to be our Real Grade Style Advanced MS Joint 15, which, as we saw with the original kit, is just for the fin funnel, so you only got those pre-molded articulated parts there for inside the fin funnels. Runner C1 is here in white, so you've got the parts for the armor of the funnels and then some more armor for around on the Gundam. Runner D here also in white is going to be some of our weapons parts and some more little armor parts, including our little 1/44 scale Amuro Ray figure there. Runner E is in this dark navy blue color, basically for parts for the fin funnels. Runner F in a very dark gray here is going to be some more parts for the the darker parts of the armor, including some weapons parts like for the bazooka and rifle on there as well too. Runner G in a standard medium gray here is some more parts for the frame. Again, like we saw with the original kits, these are very nicely detailed frame parts for this kit, so it's got a really nice frame on it. And then Runner H is also just more of the same, some more frame and detailed parts for the kit. Runner I1 here is going to be all of our nice, slightly orangey yellow kind of parts there for it, for the V-fin obviously, and then all the vent details and all the little bits and stuff. Runner J is some more white parts for the armor, but compared to the white parts that we saw before, which were slightly warm in their tone, these parts are pretty neutral in their white color tone here. And then we got Runner K, which are definitely in a more off-white, kind of cream, very light tan kind of color here for our kind of third tone of white for the armor. And then Runner L1 here is just some more parts in gray. You can see you got some open hands on there, some other hand option parts, and some other little bits and pieces that you're going to need for that. And now we're getting into the new parts with Runner HA. Here is in 3 colors. You got some yellow and then some very light tan, and then some that darker navy blue color it looks like. Yeah, I think both of those are the same color at the top and bottom. It's in that dark navy blue color it looks like. Now one thing too, when you get this kit as the full kit like I've got here, these parts are in a light tan, but if you get this as just the parts set, like if you already have the New Gundam and you buy just the heavy weapon system part set separately, then these will be, I believe, in just regular white to match the kit that you already have, but because this is the full set, they're in a slightly different color. Then we got Runner HB1, which is some of the larger parts there in not the cream color white, but just kind of the neutral white. And then we've got HB2, which is a copy of those couple of parts there, and then some different parts over here on this side for some of our heavy weapon system parts there, obviously. And the same kind of thing with Runner HC1. These are new parts in gray, and HC2 is going to be a copy of the Runner, just basically the copy of those few parts there, and then some other new parts over here on the side. There you have it, guys. As we've seen with the original kit, it was fantastic. All the new parts for this look great as well, so can't wait to get this guy all put together and we can see how it looks. Alright guys, so here's just the new Gundam by itself with just its standard loadout of accessories. This is exactly what you would get with just the standard kit, so nothing new about this so far. Except that, again, you'll notice that the secondary white color, kind of your off-white color, which in the original kit is just more of just a neutral kind of off-white. In this version of the kit is a more white, slightly leaning to like a kind of creamish color off-white for that. So that's really going to be the only difference here with the base kit. But of course, you got the bazooka, the beam rifle, the shield, the fin funnels, of course, all that on there. And I don't feel like we need to talk too much else about just the base model kit itself, because I've already previously reviewed this. A bunch of other people have also previously reviewed this kit. So as far as just this model goes, as far as like the articulation and the details and everything, as you guys are probably well aware of at this point, it's a fantastic kit. The detail is amazing, the articulation is amazing. It's just a fantastic RG kit as it is, super solid. But what we want to focus on today is, of course, just the heavy weapon system parts set. There are just a couple other things that are included with the base original version of the kit there. I'll just point out real quick for you guys. So you got your little tiny 1/44 scale Amuro figure, a set of open expressive hands, a set of beam saber holding hands, a set of closed fists on there, which do look very nice, and also one trigger finger hand, which I've got there on the beam rifle already. Only one trigger finger hand there for the right side. You got your normal beam saber effect parts, of which you'll only need one. That's for the mini beam saber that's stored in the side of its arm. And then you've got your two other specialized beam saber effect parts, which are for the super beam saber, which is on its backpack. Alternatively, on the backpack, if you have the double fin funnel set, you have this option set part for that, which you'll need to connect the other set of fin funnels onto the backpack. And then your action base connector, which for this kit attaches up underneath the backpack and then onto your action base here like that. So it's a little bit specialized one, but it does work very well. And so now let's move on to the heavy weapons system parts sets. So first thing we have is this big massive shield, as you can see, compared to the Gundam itself. It's quite large. The little like fins here on the side will move a little bit. You can kind of set those out at a little bit of an angle like that. Here on the underside, you can see there's some nice tubing details in there. That all looks really cool. This will fit around the new Gundam's shield. And you got the big tanks on there, which I guess they're not tanks. Those are mega cannons, aren't they? So this flap here on the top will also open up as well too. So you can kind of open all that stuff up like that. Overall, the detail on it looks very nice, which I mean matches the base kit. That's good. All this is like actual separate parts, so no stickers or anything. I did place the one big marking sticker there, and of course, if you guys remember from the unboxing portion, we do have lots of stickers. I only really put a few on for basically just kind of the main markings there. So this is for the original Gundam. This is not new. This is the new ones. I only put a couple here on the kit. And then we've got the Hyper Mega Rifle, which is pretty cool. I did put a couple of these little red foil stickers there right up in the front of that. So this will extend out like that, and the little bipod parts here on the front can also be extended down. Those are just attached via little ball joints in there, so you can use those if you wanted to. It does seem a little bit silly to have a bipod for a mobile suit that's going to be primarily just used in space, not even like on the lunar surface or something like that. But you can see for added support here, this is going to also connect on the forearm, so that should be able to hold that pretty well. We'll try out some poses here in just a bit, but this one as well too, the detail on it looks fantastic. You have that little bit of color separation on here as well too, with the two-tone white there at the front, so this looks really nice. And then basically all the parts that are going to be added onto the body. So here is the part here for the chest, and these front doors will open up for the missile pods there in the chest. Those look really nice. They're in white. I think a lot of people would maybe have preferred them in red or something, but those are pretty easy. It's a separate part, as you can see, so it'd be easy enough to just paint that separately and then have those closed up over that. That'll fit onto the chest. We have these bits added onto the front skirt, which don't necessarily do anything, but again, they have lots of nice detail on there. On the inside, that's where they're going to connect onto the front skirts, but those will just plug onto there like that. Also a set for the back skirts as well too. Some really nice detail and color separation with the little vent details on those. Up on the back side there as well too. Nice detail, but that's, you're not actually going to be able to see that once this is attached onto the kit, because that's where the back skirts are going to be plugged into there. And then for the side of the leg as well too, here we have these parts, and you can see how the big massive sticker is not really going to be fitting over that very well, because there's a lot of really nice detail there. And so just placing this huge sticker over it is just not really going to work. So what I would advise you guys to do, if you do want to use the included stickers, just cut the decal when you lay it on there, just very carefully with a very sharp knife. Use a brand new knife blade and just cut that really carefully where the panel line detail is on that. So just cut that really carefully so that you can then press the sticker down into where it needs to lay down flat in there. That would be probably for the best. But as you can see, once again, some really nice color separation on these. These will just plug onto the side of the legs. Alright, here it is all loaded up, and I'm very happy to say, although not really surprised, it's still solid as a rock with all that extra stuff added on there. I feel like there's not going to be any issues with this kit. I mean, there's a lot of bulk added on there, but not necessarily a lot of weight. The parts added on there don't really weigh a whole lot, so they're not really going to be too taxing on the frame or the mobile suit or anything like that, so that's very cool. It looks really awesome. And the new Gundam is already like a pretty tall and like big looking Gundam just as it is, but I mean like bulking it out so much like this, I mean it's just going to look that much more impressive, and it just makes me that much more excited to, you know, fingers crossed, hopefully have a heavy weapon system set version for the RG Hainu once that comes out as well too. I think that's going to be looking so super cool because that's already a pretty super bulky looking mobile suit as well too, so I think that's going to be awesome. But alright, let's try out some action poses here, but I think you guys don't probably need too much more convincing to know how awesome this kit is. But alright, let's go ahead and check it out. The other thing that I also forgot to mention to you guys about the Mega Cannon there in the shield is that those kind of cannon barrel parts there on the bottom end of the shield actually extend out there as well too, which is very cool. So anyway, yeah, I'm not experiencing any sort of weight issues with the kit at all. Posing the kit is really nice. I mean, it poses very well, just the same as it did before. Honestly, any of the new parts added on there don't really hinder anything, except for maybe just because the shield is so massive, it kind of gets in the way if you have the fin funnels on the back. But if you have like the effect parts for the fin funnels, then that's not really something that you need to particularly worry about, because if you have the fin and funnels like flying around, then the shield doesn't have quite so much to crash into there. But the shield is very big and kind of cumbersome, does kind of get in the way of some stuff. But you know, overall, I mean, the kit looks awesome, and I highly recommend it to you guys. I know it's a premium Bandai kit, so not going to be the cheapest or the easiest thing for you guys to have access to, but if you can get your hands on it, if you already have the just regular RG New Gundam and you can find just the heavy weapon system set on its own, that at least shouldn't cost quite as much as if you wanted to buy the full set like this one. But you know, you can see whichever one will work out. I think having both in your collection wouldn't be bad, especially if you're a big fan of the New Gundam. Having just the regular New Gundam and also the heavy weapon system version, I think would be pretty awesome next to each other. But again, guys, it's just a really awesome set. So if you have any other further questions or comments, of course, do feel free to leave those down below. That's pretty much all there is to say here about the heavy weapon system. Highly recommend it to you guys. And as always, guys, you can check out the link down in the video description below to USA Gundam Store. And I don't think we're going to have this particular kit in stock. We do have a few P-Bandai things, but otherwise, I mean, just normal Gunpla and everything else, Kotobuki and everything that you guys might be looking for. You can find all that there at USA Gundam Store. So just a reminder, and you can, of course, use my coupon code there, ZakuAurelius10, as well to save 10% off everything on the site. So thank you guys so much for your support. Thank you for watching. And until next time, guys, hope you're all having a great day. I'll see y'all later. Bye, guys.